Okay, everybody, 10 exercises for strong pelvic floor. You know what are the benefits of these exercises. So, I'm gonna show them. 99% they will be new for you. Most of them are from Kundalini Yoga, some of them are from traditional Chinese medicine. You'll see them, they're very interesting. So, the first exercise is good for people who have really weak pelvic floor. And to be honest, most of us, like Western people, we have it. So place your fist like this and you push the ground. Place your fist on the ground and it's like you push it. And when you make this push, you will make automatically as a reflex contraction on the pelvic floor. And let me guess, you feel nothing, right? Okay, well, with the time, like if you perform this exercise every day for 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, why not? On the third or fourth day, you will start to notice this contraction. That will mean that you just started to train your pelvic floor muscles. What's about this exercise? It is super simple. It works very good and it's like so simple that it's waste of time not to try it. You see, everyone can do this thing. Let me show you how it looks. From side, you see I'm lifting my seat every time I press the ground. So this is the first exercise. I like it a lot, feels great. Even now I feel my pelvic floor muscle strength, but in my first sessions, like first 3 or 4 sessions, I wasn't able to feel this contraction. And I was feeling like I'm a well-trained guy because I'm a professional dancer, and I was wondering how is it possible. But after 4 practices I started to feel it and I said, golly gosh, I mean, not every exercise is likely to train your pelvic floor. That's why it's really important to add something for the pelvic floor, exactly for the pelvic floor. So number 2, it looks like the first and works in the same way, but trains a little bit in different way the pelvic floor. This is training it, but the second exercise is engaging more the muscles who lift the pelvic floor up, and it's performed like this. Your muscles are behind your back and a little bit in the side like this. Okay, it looks like this, and you are lifting your seat and your other part of your legs is on the ground. You see, you lifting the seat like this and then just leave it to fall on the ground. And every time you lift the seat and move the the weight of your body on your fists, you will notice this lifting of the pelvic floor. Almost every single one of the exercises which I'm gonna show you is happening like this as a reflex, because this makes these exercises easier to practice. So yeah, this lifts the pelvic floor up and it happens naturally, and it also is in the same way as the first exercise. In the first 3-4 exercises you might not feel the contraction or the lifting. But with only a few exercises in a few days, you're gonna feel it. So number 3, it is a very cool exercise. It's called Ashwini Mudra in Kundalini Yoga variation, and it is done in this position. You are in Vajrasana. Place your hands like this, lift the seat, and then again sit on your feet and just relax. And it's performed like this. I'm not like tired of repeating this, but in the first few exercises you might not feel it. Of course, if you are a well-trained person and practice a lot of yoga or Pilates or other things, you will notice it from the very first round. So yeah, right now, like this exercise, Ashwini Mudra, is different with this, that it also lifts, but it acts only on this part, which is the anus and the muscles around it, and it again lifts. So every pelvic floor exercise have its influence in some muscles and some functions of the pelvic floor more than the others. So that's why I show you 10. You can pick what you want. Okay. Number 4. Number 4 is Mula Bandha in sitting position from Kundalini Yoga, and again happening naturally like a reflex. We place like this our fingers, we are crossing them, touch these fingers, thumbs, and while exhaling, we are bending back and make this little curvature right here. So right now I'm on the sacrum, I'm not on the seat, like I'm like this, and contracting I'm contracting the glutes while doing this with exhaling, and I'm trying here to contract the glutes, and by trying to contract the glutes, Mula Bandha is happening. We are contracting this part of the muscles that are above our genitals. We are contracting the pelvic floor, we are contracting the seat. So it is very strong contraction there. It is the pelvic lock called Mula Bandha in yoga. So with exhalation, we contract the glutes and the magic is happening. And of course, we inhale while moving our body front. Like right here we inhale and right here we exhale. Okay, this was number 4, right? Moving on to number 5. Number 5 is the wall squats. Like for the wall squats, you should place your thumbs as close as possible to the ground and with face on the ground, on the wall, sorry, not ground, on the wall, like this. And you should try squatting. Okay, I'm like this. My feet are on the same distance as my shoulders, and you try to squat like this. Right here, we do not feel this training. This is for the training of the pelvic floor. But when we stand up, the magic is happening. The magic is happening while we do this move, like this. Okay, like this, and like this. Exactly on this moment that we are somewhere here, to this position, and facing it, it's making the squat super strengthening on the pelvic floor. Of course, you might think of the repetitions. So the last 4, you can practice them just for a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes a day. Squats, you can practice them like up to 20 squats. Why not? If you're a trained guy, you can make 50, 40, 100, why not? So yeah, it is fitness exercise, you see. It's very good, I like it a lot. So this is the squat. And next exercise, I'm telling you, it will look a little weird, but don't get upset. So the next exercise is hitting on a specific part of the body and thus strengthening the pelvic floor. But you will feel it today. Like if you try it, you will feel it. Of course, if you have very bad prosthetic problems, avoid doing this thing because it might be dangerous for you. Do it if you're healthy, or if you're not, ask your doctor. Okay, you're making your fist like this, and with this part, your thumb, like, sorry, my finger is a little short on this hand, so I'll show it with my left hand. You place your finger like this, and you apply hits on your pelvic floor with this part, with the thumb. You apply fists, hits, little hits with this part. It looks like this. You see, this is the exercise. It is easier when you are standing. It looks like this. You see, I know it's weird. I know what you're thinking. I know, but this is the exercise. Probably you're thinking about how many hits. First of all, don't hit yourself super hard, but don't be that gentle. You see, it's not super gentle, not gonna work. At least a little hit, something like this. You see? So probably at least 100 hits. Try to do it. You can change the hands. It's very good. So this was number 6, right? Number 7. It is something like the same, but we hit in other place, because the last exercise, this hit on the pelvic floor, it strengthens a lot the pelvic floor, because just of the resistance. Because if you hit some muscle, they need to resist, they need to contract a little bit, and it happened like a reflex, it happened naturally. This exercise will work kind of the same, but we'll hit in different part. So we hit not on the genitalia, but on the abdominal muscles that are up. Same requirements, same contraindications. If you have some problems, prostate problems, or bladder problems, or some intestinal problems, especially with the colon, like the large intestine, always ask your doctor. You see, only do it if you're healthy. And one more thing, if you just visit the toilet to urinate, because if you do that with full bladder, it will be very uncomfortable. So again, light hits right here. You can, it doesn't matter in this exercise with what you are hitting, like, I mean, how to place your fist. You can hit like this, you can hit like this, or like this, or you see like, however, you can hit like this, and you will realize that when you hit, everything will contract. Like, oh, this hit here will make response in the pelvic floor, and you will feel it. Okay, this was number 7. Okay, number 8. Number 8 is very light exercise. It is good for people who are scared to do themselves something. Like, if other exercises, you look at them, you see like them like something scary, you can do this thing because it's very light, and it's good for everybody. Like, there are no contraindications, really light exercise. So you are standing like this, place your hands like this, and start by touching the fingers of the middle fingers, then every finger, and you press. You see, you press, and with the pressing, it ends with pressing the whole palms and moving them down towards the floor, and make a little flexion with the knees. And while doing this, you will feel contraction here on abdominal muscles, here in the first diaphragm, like the diaphragmatic muscle, which is between the thorax and abdomen, then the pelvic diaphragm, and then the genital diaphragm. We have 3 diaphragms in our body. They are horizontal muscles that are keeping organs. So while doing this, they will contract sequentially like this, and it is a very light exercise. It is very very light. You can do it a lot. You can spend like 5-6 minutes doing this exercise. It's good for the abdomen, but again, this is light exercise and gives lighter like effects, but it's very pleasant. Okay, another, I like it a lot, focus. Number 9, this is Mula Bandha in standing position. Very cool exercise. So you're standing, right? Place your arms like this. While exhaling, you are making this flexion like this, contracting the glutes, and by contracting the glutes, same thing that happened when we performed Mula Bandha in sitting position will happen in this Mula Bandha in standing position. We go like exhaling, flexing, and contracting the pelvis, the glutes, we are contracting the glutes, and we can feel that this part of the abdomen will also be contracted, and same with the pelvic floor. And then inhale and relax, and it's performed like this. I adore this exercise. Amazing. Okay, and the last exercise, number 10. It is Mula Bandha in the camel pose. It's like the heaviest exercise of them all. I recommend it less than all other exercises. Maybe you should be a little bit, maybe you should be like a little bit more than beginner. I mean, not advanced, because it's easy, but if you're true beginner in any yoga like stuff and stretching, pick some of the others, like don't pick this exercise. So we are crossing our fingers behind our back. We sit like this, and we inhale, and while holding the breath, we are just gently reach the camel pose like this and contract the glutes and the pelvic floor. It will happen easy. And because we hold our breath, do it just for 1-2 seconds, like not more than this. Like it looks like this, and don't do more than 4 or 5 rounds. And actually it's good to be either 3 or 6, like not 4 or 5. Yogic likes the numbers in 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 36, and so on. So it looks like this. You see? Easy. These are the exercises. Very good. You can pick what you want. You can try for a little bit all of them. Think what is the best for you, and you can start practicing. Of course, it's always better to ask a doctor, because I'm just a YouTuber, you see. I cannot replace visiting a doctor. This is stupid for someone to think like that. Ask your doctor, and if you can combine these exercises, because if there is no reason, because I'm a doctor myself, I'm a veterinarian, of course, but I know a few things about, you see, human physiology, anatomy, disease. Because if there is no reason to make, if there is no danger to make pelvic floor exercises for your body, your doctor probably will like the idea of training your pelvic floor exercise, your pelvic floor with exercises, because it is healthy for your body. You see, it's healthy for all the organs located in the pelvis. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe for my channel. In that way you will support me. Like this video, and if you want, check in the description what I offer as a person. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.